Red Edition, welcome. Happy day. Travel agents that handle liberal accounts or accounts of liberal people, they continue to write blogs about what their liberal clients come back with, some of the crazy things that they say, and I want to share one more with you. I did one the other day. We had a lot of good feedback about it. People said, do people really talk like that? And I said, they do. Here's another example. This is a group of liberal people that went on a vacation to India, and they wrote the travel agent when they came back, and they said, hey, that vacation that I paid a whole bunch of money for, hard-working money that I saved. I was disgusted to find that almost every restaurant served curry. I don't like spicy food. Spicy food should be against the law in India. In Canada, former Prime Ministers Joe Clark and Paul Martin have joined a whole bunch of other prominent, I guess, people and Aboriginal leaders, Indians in Ottawa recently, and they said, we got to form a new partnership. We don't think Indians have been treated very nicely. We want to make it better for them. Canadians for a New Partnership is the name of the movement, and they want all white people and Indians, anybody that's part of it or not part of it, to join up and sign a declaration aiming to improve relations between the groups. Let me see if I get this right. Let's sign a paper saying that we want to sign another paper someday. It's kind of like having a meeting to decide where the next meeting is. Doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to me. They plan to conduct a national dialogue that will rebuild trust, remedy a broken relationship, and lead to a new partnership. Well, firstly, I think the broken relationship is between government and people, no matter what color you are. I ain't got a prejudice bone in my body, other than, in terms of color at least, other than I am prejudiced about people who are prejudiced. And governments in Canada, past and present government people, are prejudiced against white people because we're not treated the same. Other people of different colors get treated better than us, and I think it's grossly unfair, and somebody needs to step up and fix that. And then you got guys like this walking around on the government payroll, of course, the people's payroll, saying dumb things like this. Let's all get together and make it better. What does that mean? Give the Indians more? I mean, again, these are people that don't pay taxes. They have all kinds of values and worths and lands, blah, blah, blah. You can't even put a pipeline across the country to, help and protect all of the white people so they get more money so they can keep paying the Indians. On and on I could go. The whole thing just is very annoying. And then you got former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney. This is the guy that took cash in a bag, right? And he should be in jail for just, I don't know, for a whole bunch of reasons, but one in particular would be for fraud, because he said I was a conservative when in fact he wasn't a conservative. He was a liberal. He was a way over there. Maybe he was a right-wing socialist kind of sort of. Maybe he's saying Harper's wrong. You got to have a royal commission on missing and murdered Indian women. It's an important issue that needs to be examined. What does that mean? Does that mean white women are all right? You can murder them if you like. 90% of all murders in Canada are actually solved. The police are doing a good job. And you're saying have a commission? Let's again have a meeting to decide when the next meeting is. These politicians like Mercredi and these other two guys I spoke about, just shut up. Don't keep making noise, because it doesn't make any sense. You're insulting the integrity of the police force and Canadians in general. I mean, there's nothing untoward here. White women get murdered much more, many more of them, than Indian women. In fact, the most murders are to white men. What about them? Let's have a royal commission to that too. Makes no sense. Everybody's kind of there already. You should only have one law. It shouldn't matter what color you are. Back to prejudice people. Quebec and Ontario, the premiers there are saying we need more money. Well, of course you do, because you're left-wing whacks, and you've driven all the businesses out of your provinces. Nobody wants to be there anymore because of your taxation and all your silly left-wing whack policies. And now, though, you're saying to the government, and sadly you probably will get it, help, give us more money. Alberta, they should give us more money because they have so much, because that's what goes out of the socialist brain, right? Albertans should be allowed to go to Quebec and Ontario and vote in every one of their elections, I think. There's so many good opportunities that could occur, and some still do. I get that in Ontario and Quebec, but the leadership there, the politics there in both provinces is just devastating. Canada, the passport system there. Recently I went to renew my passport, and my wife was with me, and I said, here, can you take it in and hand it in after I got the picture done and all the things signed. And so that was fine. And then she called me. I wanted to put a rush on mine. She called me and she said a third party can deliver it and they'll send it off in the mail, but they won't accept a third party if you want to fast track it. So you have to come down. At this point, I was an hour away and they were closing in an hour and 10 minutes. So I said, let me talk to the guys. I did talk to them, and I said, can this be right? It's a rule. I said, I got to see that rule. Print it off. You're telling me that a third party can take it, and I'm repeating here, but just so you get the picture, get the vision, and you can send it away to Ottawa by regular mail and everything is cool. If you send it to Ottawa by fast mail, The third party's not allowed to do it and I got to come down, right? Yes. I went down. I was there. I signed. They sent it fast mail. They said, show me the rule. They couldn't find the rule. And I said, where's the rule? How'd you just get this? Like, show me the rule. There ain't no rule. If there is, nobody was able to find it. I mean, bureaucracy is alive and doing well. In 6 months since Orange County in the US of A began issuing concealed weapon permits. They shouldn't say weapon, they should say gun, but that is their verbiage. They call it weapons. The number of people that will carry guns that are licensed to do that has doubled, and there's still many, many tens of thousands of people waiting in the wings saying, hey, approve me because I want to get in the lineup as well. Good people don't do bad things. And a lot of bad guys now are looking at this and say, oh, let's be careful. Crime, you know what? Laws are only put in place for criminals. Anyway, good people don't need laws. So I suggest that we have a campaign and advertise for criminals to go to crime school and encourage them to do bad things, right? So we can get the employment rate up for the policemen and all of us kinds of guys, and then we can knock off the bad guys, and then there will be a really good place to live later on. Something like Archie Bunker said. He said, I know how to save airplane hijackings. This was back in the 70s when they were a regular occurrence. Give every passenger a gun, and then it's going to be okay. Y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.